Dreamers Welcome Podcast.
Dreamers Welcome Podcast. We are back in the den, ladies and gentlemen. I go by CEO PESO, blessed and highly favored. Hope everybody feeling good. Season 2, we still rocking, still going. You know how we do this shit. Have another special guest family. We have been across the U.S. together, over the water together, overseas, and man, it's a mentor, OG. Like, bruh, business partner, family. Introduce yourself, man.
Man, I go by the name of DJ Killa Kev on the weekends, Kevin on the weekdays.
Let's go. Y'all see the shirt, man. That's the new Forever Set merch, man. Shouts out to Shot Smoke, man.
Put you on the spot.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
It's too easy to not remember. Man, yeah. But, man, we got a lot of things going. Man, we fresh from Wisconsin, maybe like a week ago.
Yeah.
How was Wisconsin to you? Man,
Wisconsin was dope, man. It was nice to get, back into that element, back into that lifestyle that we've been chasing and dreaming of. Shout to Shot Smoke, definitely the big bro. Got the phone call, promoter to promoter, list of people. Picked us, and we went out there and did our damn thing.
Yeah, they picked us.
That's the dopest part.
Yeah, sent the songs. I think he said they sent over maybe 20, 30 people, which is fucking crazy, but shouts out to I don't want to mess his name
Networking
up.
Queen and
Networking Queen
and damn, what's his name, Paul, don't give me the line.
Not the artist. Damn, hold on.
Skits Craven.
Skits
Craven. I thought you meant the promoter.
Nah, shouts out to Skits Craven. We was in Madison, Wisconsin, and man, it's always dope just to go to a city you never even fucking thought you would go to. Man. And we chilled out there, you know.
And they responded. Like, that's the part that be the coolest part to me is new faces in a new city. And we weren't the first openers, but, when we go
they was
up
rocking
there,
with us.
They rock with us, yeah.
Yeah, and, I don't even want to put my tactic out there, but make sure you do your research in these new cities.
Yeah.
Because we was in Mad City for sure.
Forever set is all we gonna say.
Okay.
Forever set.
Man, so man, how you feeling though, man? How's everything? How's the family? How's life? Everybody got lifing right now. How you feeling?
Life be lifing. I ain't different from nobody else, but I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed to wake up every day and chase this dream. I always say I'm living in my dream. I was a federal employee for 13 years. Left to full-time DJ. Working now with my homies, managing edible arrangements during the week, but still get to be a full-time DJ. It's never a no. When I got a gig, they understand what's going on. So I'm blessed, man. Blessed to be in the position I'm in. Wife and 3 kids, you know what I'm saying? I'm on the right side of the grass.
Yo, so is that low-key the new American dream? Like, first it was, house, picket fence, family, all that type bullshit, whatever. I mean, it's cool sometimes. But now it's like, you openly say that you work, work a regular gig, but then they still let you make time to chase your dream, though.
Yeah.
So is that a dope dynamic to have?
I mean, that's my dream. Everybody thinks because you in Dayton, Ohio, or wherever you from, you know what I'm saying, and you not at the full length of what you've been dreaming of, that you still chasing it. But like for me, I've been living in my dream since 2016 as far as being able to quit my federal job, still keep the lights on, still got a car, still above water, and doing it because I'm a DJ. You know what I'm saying? The weak shit that I do is just some shit that I do. It don't hold no weight as far as like my full income. I'm a disabled vet. I was in the military, so all that kind of helps with life. But overall, I'm a full-time DJ, and that's what I love, man. Yeah,
because we kind of in the same boat because it's working out for me and shouts out to them weddings too, by the way.
For sure. Hey, I see this motherfucker 4 times a year. Don't even know I'm gonna see you there.
I'll pull up like, who's the DJ? Oh, it's my nigga Kev. I'm like, yo, baby, throw this Patron in that backpack, bro. Like, nigga, we better get litty.
Easy.
But yeah, because that's how I look at it too, man. Like, I was, I wanted to be the big time music video director, but like in the same way with DJing, man, like, our crafts can go to anything. It don't gotta just be concerts and shows. It could be weddings and corporate events and stuff like that. So when you start to see like DJing, or for me, a camera can do more than just what we was sold on of it or fell in love with. It's like, oh yeah, this shit cake. Like we still getting paid to do what we love though. So but yeah, them weddings, man. Whew.
Shout out to Carolyn.
my homie. Man, so man, let's tap back in, man. You know, born and raised, what was your upbringing like, and you know, just a little bit about your past history.
Yeah, so for me, born and raised in Dayton, Ohio. Shouts to Good Sam Hospital, no longer there.
I've never had nobody shout out the hospital.
Hey, I mean, you live long enough, shit be missing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay. Shouts out to Good Sam. God damn, that's a new one. All right,
yeah, we're gonna have some fun today. But born and raised in Dayton. Actually started out. I used to live off of Parkwood. My mom's single parent. I went to Fairview up until first grade, then moved to Trotwood. Moved over to the block in late 80s, we'll say. But was a Trotwood kid from second grade up until I graduated, went to the military. Just me and my mom, my whole upbringing, only child, so it was outside all day or Legos. You know, I was kind of, I'm mixed. My mom is white, so I had kind of like a exposure to extreme white world and an extreme black world.
Extreme white world.
For real, like guitars playing around the campfire, you know, singing songs I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, word.
It was that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? My family is real musical.
That's a whole different world.
Oh yeah, totally.
I mean,
totally.
like,
That's and today though, I can go rock a country wedding. I can go rock a top 40 wedding. I can go rock, you know, hip hop, R&B. You know what I'm saying? I can eat off of this DJ shit because I was exposed to so much.
So it was definitely some huge benefits from being raised in different cultures in a sense.
For sure.
Like,
Because to have my dad's family, no knock, he just wasn't in my life. I don't really know his side of the fam, so I was raised by my mom and her family. But I went to a predominantly black school, raised in a predominantly black neighborhood, had predominantly black friends.
Broadmoor.
So so it was
back
just
when Broadmoor was Broadmoor, and I was
exactly.
You know, rest in peace to Broadmoor Elementary.
Man, shouts to Peavy.
If you know, you know. I ain't gonna elaborate that. Oh man, nah. So yeah, man. So I mean, because I was raised Broadmoor 1, so I already knew how the upbringing was. Like, it was dope, man. You know, RP, Salem Mall. We got a lot of RPs, but coming up in Trotwood.
As much as we do, you kind of touched on it earlier. We traveled the world. That's why I love where we at now, because me, you, and Smoke is kind of the unit that moves around. But we 3 Trotwood niggas that's still out here, you know, dreaming. You know what I'm saying? Still out here getting it, and I love it.
And seeing some shit that seeing some shit that was just
crazy, right? You never thought you would do.
I got a random story I thought about, man. I met Drake's dad in LA one time. Me and Smoke was out there at the hookah lounge, like, and he like, yeah, there go Drake's dad. He had an OVO chain on and everything, and it was a random thought, but it just was like, bro, if I wasn't like doing what I was doing, that just when he was cool as shit. You feel me? So it be memories like that, like, and like I said, bro, like we'll then if we ain't at the airport, we'll see each other like, hey man, we got a new city checked off. Like, exactly. We over here with it.
We really been checking.
And who better to do it with than everybody? You know, just coming from the same background,
Facts.
man. Nah, that's dope. Hold on, wait. Make sure this battery's going.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm gonna cut that out though. But man, so before DJing, was it any other extracurricular activities, or was it anything else that you was like going for in life before DJing became like, if it was just like the number one dream?
So definitely DJing was the after dream to what I'm about to tell you, but I was a true band geek, band kid. Played all the sports growing up. Was when you're an only child and you live in a neighborhood full of kids your age, we threw football down the street, we hooped, we played baseball, soccer, shots to say soccer, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we definitely touched on all the different sports, but I literally went from like all of my elementary years, went from soccer to playing, you know, in the elementary basketball leagues back then that we had all the different schools.
Man, even the Trotwood, the baseball field,
TBBC and all that.
Yeah. I was on that heavy. Yeah,
I always was on the all-star team, headed to the Stone Corey, Vandalia. You know what I'm saying? Stone Corey. You know
guy are killing slaying shit every sport.
But really was an active child. That's how my mom kept me, you know, busy. But band was my life. You couldn't tell me I wasn't gonna be a band director up until I actually graduated high school. I I actually made the freshman basketball team. Had an injury to my thigh at practice. Had to become the videographer. But that kind of like that,
crazy.
yeah, it was a low blow. I'm keeping it real with y'all. This is dreamers welcome. You know what I'm saying?
We transparent. Yeah.
So
when that happened and you came to videographer, was that just like something that you just still wanted to be a part of, no matter what, just to stay included in the band?
For sure. That was definitely something to where I still wanted to help out and not quit on it, because I did feel like I was a part of that. But then band wasn't going to conflict with that, you know what I'm saying? So I was still able. Band never stopped. Band was number one and sports was kind of second. I actually also was a pretty decent high school player in tennis. People don't know that. I
know about the tennis story.
I still hold records at Trotwood. I made it to a match away from going to state, district champion.
Man, this nigga said still hold records at Trotwood. Like,
yeah, I still check in. Shouts to Mr. Hout, man. I still check in, and he brings me down to the team usually yearly to speak to him, talk to him about, you can learn this, freshman year and get to this your senior year with a lot of work. So
Drumline came out, you was ecstatic.
Oh, boy.
Probably. How Hustle and Flow was to me, like, that shit, bro. We went around, got egg cartons and everything. Like, nigga, we about to make a goddamn studio.
Right.
Man, so when did the DJing actually become, like, it's happening?
So it started, I like to share this story. 2006, me and Smoke was going to the whatever the casino was in Indiana at the time, Argosy, whatever it was called. We was going to the casino and went down there. Just he was into music, getting into that lane, and just kind of conversating about no one in the city had their own DJ. It was a few rappers that was making noise, but we were trying to find a way to just separate ourselves. So just kind of jokingly, he knew how important band was to me. Smoke used to have, I'm gonna put a little nugget out there for y'all. He used to have the Juice set up in his bedroom. Like, he had 1200s, the movie Juice.
Yeah. That's my favorite movie.
He had the 1200s in there. He used to scratch and mess around, and that was kind of like his little pastime. So I used to come in there and never really mess with it, but just seen it. And then, long story short, we go to the casino and I hit roulette for like 2 bands. I hit like 10 straight numbers. We leave there. I'm freshly married at the time. Go to Guitar Center, and I spend $1,600 of that $2,000 before I even come home with the money.
Oh, so fresh from the winnings, you
straight from the casino to Guitar Center. So
you actually got a mimic of what Smoke had in his shit. Like, you got the 2 turntables in the mixer.
I just got what I could afford with that money. I ended up buying, it was called a B52 controller. It's kind of like what they're striving for today with these controllers, but it was trash. I owned it for 2 weeks, took it back, bought a mixer and a turntable. But that coming home to my wife with turntables and DJ equipment, and she like, what's up? And I'm like, oh, I'm about to be a DJ. And she looks at me like, what? And she's like, how much was all that? I'm like, 16, had to go through all that.
Yeah.
But
you just won 2 bands and you went and dropped.
Bruh, just went straight to the straight to Guitar Center, bruh. Off that conversation we had. And that led to, some bedroom work, some YouTubing, figuring it out. And then 2007, shouts to Mark. He was the owner of Club Cream, turned into Club Rain or vice versa. Rain to Cream.
Yeah.
But I started having a Friday night in there. DJ OPZ had a Saturday night. I think Skano had the night at first. Shout to the legend DJ Skano.
Skano, yeah.
But I think he had a night, and then he was kind of getting out of that lifestyle, and me and OPZ took over basically Club Rain and Club Cream for that whole run. That was my first taste of like getting into it.
Damn, and that was what, just a year span of like you getting the stuff and
I hadn't had very many gigs prior to. Again, shouts to Smoke, and I'm gonna shout out to the homie Doc City. Both of them worked in a barbershop that kept people in there. Important people came through.
Conversations flowing. Putting everybody up. We're putting you on.
Exactly. And a promoter by the name of Dave Martin. Shouts to Dave Martin, man. He used to come through there. Yeah. Fam, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's just Dayton, Ohio for y'all.
Yeah, for sure. He getting on the pod soon because he is he laid it out
Facts.
for a lot of y'all motherfuckers now, owning clubs and
all that. But he took a chance on them hyping me up so much that I was the new hot thing and let me come in and rock some parties. So aside from doing the Club Cream and Club Rain stuff, I started doing Dave's First Fridays and Final Fridays. So when the club
Kettering Tower, right?
when the Club Cream and Club Rain thing kind of died down, we moved around. I was still doing clubs for Mark, but then I started adding to my plate the First Fridays, and that was Kettering Towers. Every R&B, every big hot TV chick that you could think of was coming through, and it was. I mean, those were legendary nights, bro.
Yo,
legendary nights.
Shouts out to D, man, my family for life. Man, he would bring the artists down, and he would have me be the driver. So I would go get them from like Columbus, or they flew into Dayton. Bro, I had one of the most iconic conversations with Music Soul Child. Yeah, like it was just like yo, bro. But the appreciation of just them putting us in positions of like he was around the hype with you. He like, all right, well, fuck it, like come, he didn't know you was a year in probably. Exactly. But that's to your dedication too, of like U2 University when it was early. Like,
it really was that
because like I said, shouts out to Skano, because when he told me how he learned how to DJ, far from this shit. Yeah. Like nigga, he was going off just ears and looking at motherfuckers. Exactly. Like it wasn't no huge tutorials going around like, yo, this is how you, I don't know the lingo, but scratch or fade or whatever the case is.
But the one thing that saved me was, I think DJing filled the void from the band thing that I missed, because band was such a huge part of my life. I was, chasing Field Commander dreams and first chairs all throughout. But like when high school stopped, band stopped, and then it was like I needed something musically to
still being around music. What
stimulate me? You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it was.
Man, so let's talk about just your first time being at a venue of like, damn, like, all right, like I'm here now. It's a crowd of people. Like, how was that? How was your first time? How did it go?
Terrible. Well, it didn't go terrible. Shouts to my boys, but a full blown panic attack, bro. Just that.
Okay, let's talk about it.
I didn't realize that people don't even realize this. That's why I love when this comes up, because people think they can I can DJ, I can go do that. You probably can put a playlist together and rock out.
You an aux cord nigga for sure.
But it's two things.
Not you, but
right? No, yeah. It's two things that's gonna happen, and I had to learn this the hard way, because I was like, oh, I can do this, so I'm putting together a playlist. First thing that happened was I get there and I didn't realize how fast 2 and 3 and 4 minute songs go, and how long 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. is. You want 4 hours of party, and you can't really let that shit go. You got to make sure you getting it there,
keeping it going. Yeah.
So
you can't even repeat. You can repeat the same song when the crowd wasn't there.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. So it came down to like my first gig. My wife had to help me. This is back when you was burning CDs, so I wasn't lugging milk crates, but I was up all night,
hella blanks,
burning CDs. Yep. Number 1 is this, number 2 is this. My wife helped me type it up. I'm printing out labels and just tagging them to the blank CD. So I was having a full blown panic attack about music, and Smoke and Doc was up there in the booth with me, going through my CD book like, play number 7, play number 3, play number 2. So it was that. It was feeding me songs. I was able to get through the night, find some pockets. But then that rotation of songs never changed. And I always think about 2 people, my homegirl Angela and her friend used to always be out, right? And I used to always play Drop and Give Me 50, Hurricane Chris.
Okay.
With, She Got a Donk, Soulja Boy, right?
Classic.
So the blends would be so easy, and I loved it. But at one point in this 5-6 week span, they're standing there. I'm getting ready to do my blend. I'm about to kill them. I kill them. They start busting out laughing like, I knew it. Like, they already knew because I was playing the same. So it wasn't just a playlist. It is not just that. You got to really read a room, find the energy, create the energy. You know what I'm saying? So you got to really. I learned from that moment on that it's more than just. Man, I could put together 4 hours of music and rock. Like it's a lot more.
Get creative. Yeah. So hold on, I'm gonna ask that question later. But hold on. Yeah, all right, my bad. So, what's one of the most defining moments that make a DJ feel like, like I'm a fucking DJ. Like I did that shit.
I think
is it crowd control?
Yeah,
is it
for me anyway?
You was gonna say crowd control?
Yes.
Okay.
Like when I really learned that, you know, back then. So I don't want to like hate on what's the Dayton scene is now. It's a whole different scene. It's rocking. I love it. You know, I visit it, but I don't chase it no more. But back then we had more so club style buildings than bars and lounges.
No, we had clubs.
Yeah, so I didn't want like I don't want this to sound like I'm hating.
Nah.
So,
I say it like we had fucking clubs.
Yeah, it was
like,
clubs and it wasn't just the bar.
Bars with a fucking higher up platform.
Exactly,
like, it was a real
it was thing.
I remember shouts out to Trendset. I love y'all always, but I remember we did a show at Foundry.
Yeah,
and it was Foundry was a fucking
Hell
club.
Yeah,
like we
club.
like that shit was crazy. So,
but like back then, I used to really get on my, you know, if your pussy clean, let me hear you scream.
Yeah.
Bitches,
yeah.
No, you got $100. Put your middle finger up. You know, I can really get on that, and those little crowd controls before I drop the plies hit or before I drop, you know, what Rick Ross BMF. I used to talk my shit, and that's when I used
BMF?
to, bro. That's when I used to know that I was like, okay, I found something that's scratching my itch musically, and it ain't so much what I'm playing, but it's like the moments I'm creating, you know, while it's happening. So I was fully in love with just DJing, and I'm gonna shout out Scano again. He used to always clown me because before I was a DJ, I was the dancing nigga in the club. I was the dude that
don't say you was breaking.
I mean, not breaking, but just I would come up to a chick. I'm the dude that the Nietzsche shirt was all dirty because I done fell on the floor 7 times in the dirty ass club trying to grind with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like he used to always laugh at me when he would see me behind the booth in his first few weeks because he'd be like, "You the dancing?" You know what I'm saying? So when he saw me taking it serious, he just pulled up on me at a gig this week, man. And it's so nice to like he done seen the whole ride. And like when I see him rocking out with me now, back then it was like not that I was a joke, but I was new, and he wanted to make sure I was doing it right.
Because he was the frontliner, all that shit. Like our conversation that we had like on the podcast, he gave me my flowers because he seen my whole run. And you gotta think like us learning and being so passionate about the music and everything. He was looking at me like when I was hosting mixtapes, and it was just like I ain't letting up.
Yeah,
but I learned from DJ Scano.
Exactly.
Like so, it's just like I'm going with that. But man, just that embracement too, man. Like man, we our own legends, but for us to learn from them and everything, right?
Back then, them niggas was on 92.1 for real, DJing 3 times a day.
I gotta send you the link to ours because he broke it down.
Oh yeah,
he broke it down.
Facts.
But yeah, so oh shit, damn. Wait, we got it caught up on that. What was I about to say? All right, okay. You told me, I don't know if you can talk about this, but you told me where the DJ name came from.
Yeah.
If you comfortable talking about it, like
I'm an open book.
I don't want to get no. I mean,
I'm an open book. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So,
by the way, his name is DJ Killa Kev.
Yeah. So I was in the military, and I have a tattoo on my arm. It says K Stan. I went by K Stan. So initially, out the gate, my DJ name was DJ K Stan. So DJ K Stan goes about, but I started getting too many kickstand jokes and just too many jokes. So the conversation of a name change came about, and I was, going through some stuff, and the name Killa Kev came out. And my homie who would go unnamed was like, well, you done killed some people and your name is Kev. So, but him knowing, I'm gonna clear that up.
Yeah. I'm about to say, we gotta clarify that.
I was in the military and drove, a vehicle that carried. I was a medic, so we had the medical supplies.
Hey,
and
bro.
When in Iraq, when you going through, trying to get home or not make it home, and convoys and people in the road, I had to run over a few people. So that's where that comes from. I ain't really, bop nobody.
So break it down. he was overseas during the war, had to run over niggas, or they would have got killed themselves. So Killa Kev came from Safe to say you killed a couple people.
It's a solid name. I killed a couple people. My name is Kev.
It's true to his words.
But that was the joke, and my internal friends knew that. But then the Killa Kev thing kind of rung, kind of stuck with it, and it's something that like I've tried to outgrow. We all got names that we kind of in our 20s is cool, but when you 40 trying to chase a corporate gig, Killa Kev might come across as like, let's go with the so and so entertainment group.
I hope I don't gotta dismiss PESO anytime soon. So I can't go back to PV.
Right. So I got the DJK music. That's kind of what I stick by. But like being from here, and I love it, man. Like I be out to eat with my family, and somebody I walk by, what up, Killa? You know what I'm saying? And like that means that energy I was telling you about, those times I created in those clubs, like people see me and smile, and then I might not know them, but I mean something to them. You know what I'm saying? So I cherish every one of them.
Man, so even with like, well, this might be a 2-part question. For one, do you feel like DJing has become different from how you got into it compared to what it is now? And 2, like, how do you just stay fresh in the DJ scene? Because you said people got these memories of you, but how do you keep creating new memories and like, yo, I'm still rocking shit?
That's the part. That's the 10,000 hours that people don't see when you in a craft and chasing that dream. Like part 1 though, I think that DJing has changed a little. A lot of it comes from the music. People are exposed to so much music now. And, when I started, 15, 16 years ago, it was just getting to where we was hopping off of LimeWire and we was getting into these social media platforms. And like that world was coming, you know what I'm saying? YouTube and all that. But like, I think now the music is so fresh and so new, and you can have 10, 15 favorite artists, but our 10 or 15, we had to wait a calendar year, for all 15 to drop.
Yep.
You might get 8 of your favorite tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So it just be a thing to where the music is so fast. You got to be able to adapt and I download a lot. I download a lot of music, so I always prepared, so I don't have to get ready. I stay ready. That type of thing.
So are you? And we ain't gonna forget about the second question, but are you saying that like because back then we got to wait for our favorite artists to drop, like you could then rock out 3 months with a record, like as one, like Fuck Them Other Niggas. That shit still get played today.
Yeah.
But Fuck Them Other Niggas probably was going for like 4 or 5 months before C Murder dropped another crazy shit. Right. Yeah. Whereas now it's like shit. It's either the newest dance record or the newest fucking Kodak coming out like within 2 weeks.
Yeah. The reason why we could play Fuck Them Other Niggas is because that 6 months it took to get from down south to New York to the Midwest
regional,
to the it took time for those songs to really rotate and grow to where now they stamped into our lives. So like that's kind of what I'm concerned about. Like there's so many classics that like March Madness, something like that,
timeless.
Like that's never gonna go nowhere. But like how many of those in the last 5 years do we have that's gonna make that cross? And
that's like but that's like a handful.
Small. It's kind of like the volume. I think is so much that you can't really lock in and miss something, or you just gotta constantly, you constantly waiting for this person to drop, and if they ain't dropping, they about to drop it, and if they dropped, by the time you get it, the other person that you wanted to drop, what I'm saying? It's just so fast that you don't really have. For me as a DJ, I don't have time to like listen, learn, memorize, and fall in love with every track. But I know, hey, when I see this name, I better have this or have access to this or know which people is hot to be able to be ready for the request. Because I hate saying no. So
yeah, so you got to try to. I think you just answered the next question, which how do you stay like still involved even though it's new DJs coming around? Honestly, I don't even think it's. I mean, shouts out to all the new DJs, Schoolboy, Major Boy, Major Key.
Yeah.
I love y'all my niggas. Like, even if I don't say your name right now, but, man, bro, like, how hard is it how hard or is it easy to just stay in tune with the new shit, the new music? I was talking to Major Key, and he was just like, he got subscriptions to get early music type shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I belong to like Funk Flex, got a record pool. I belong to 3 or 4 of them. I probably, just shy of $100 a month in subscriptions.
And y'all get the direct, like, before anybody get it.
Before, like, as the radio is getting it, we getting it type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So as it's getting pushed, it's getting pushed to us.
So is it pressure to, not like you breaking the record, but is it pressure to, like, play something that nobody heard and you like, bro, I know this shit gonna go?
Yes and no. I mean, some DJs thrive off of that, live off of that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my relationship with Hot 1029. I'm able to do a lot of the holiday mixes for them, 4th of July, Labor Day. And I ain't gonna lie, there's been times where, the mix, so for those that don't know, we submit those. We're not live in the station doing those. We submit those. So they'll have a deadline. So the day of the deadline, I still ain't started my mix. Because I'm trying to see what's if I can grab one
shit,
more.
Right? Did somebody drop at midnight?
Exactly. Like, and you might catch a, Ice Spice, when it's bubbling and you just hurry up and play it before anybody else.
Quick little verse.
So some people, like thrive off of that.
Let me Shazam that real quick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why, so I kind of transitioned from the club, but thinking that it was going to slowly slow down for me. Yeah. Bro, I got so many proms, so many graduation parties, so many young...
turntables go...
So many young events that I'm not allowed to, not know who Side Eye Baby is. I'm not allowed to not know who...
Babyface Ray,
Chopper, Babyface
Larry
Ray,
June,
all that. I gotta stay up with everything. And
it's... Go ahead.
The next day after prom, I got a country wedding. So I gotta know Jason Aldean. I gotta know Luke Combs. I gotta know...
I don't know who the hell... I think I know Luke Combs. I think he the most popping dude.
You know what I'm saying? But it's really... And these ain't just I'm doing a quick set and I'm out. I'm doing ceremony, reception, dinner. I'm doing
you gotta have your Rolodex. Yeah, you gotta have your Rolodex. Like you said, you don't gotta know the words, but you gotta know who's who.
Yeah, you gotta keep up with it at least to know, who what's hot, what's not.
Yeah, and what the crowd like. Yeah. Man, so what's well, as far as hip hop go, what's your favorite era of music to DJ with? Because you got the Lil Babies, you got the Drakes, and you got the J. Cole and the Big Sean and Underground. Then you got Nelly, St. Lunatics, and there's a lot of fucking eras, bro.
Right. To be honest, for me, just because I'm a little older, the late 90s, early 2000s parties for me, those are always the most fun I have. One, I think that music, a lot of that music is up-tempo. You Yin Yang Twins.
Fabulous. I don't know why Fabulous popped up.
Too Shorts and, Blow the Whistles and...
Oh, yeah.
Juvenile, Back That Ass Up. You got all those just...
Yeah, that was definitely... that was 99, 2000.
Yeah, so that whole little vibe, like... When you throw on stuff like that, the Little Johns and just a whole ride, the energy that music creates...
Definitely was club music. Definitely was movement music, I guess.
And I'm old enough now to be shocked that when I do these prompts, I'm ready for all this new music, but they want to hear Sierra Body. They want that's they cuddle up song. They want. I'm like, what? Like that's so it's always shocking to me, but refreshing to see that like that music still holds weight in parties today. But like that's probably my favorite. If you want me, my personal favorite for sure.
Man, so as a DJ, what's one song that you drop every time that go nuts? I got it in my head.
At any event?
Anywhere. I got it in my head though. I got my personal.
Any event.
Any event.
White or black?
Oh no, okay, black.
Okay.
Black. Let's go black. Yeah, let's give you black.
That they go nuts. It's still with a good drunk crowd. You can't lose with Dreams and Nightmares. I mean, they scream.
Swag Surf.
That's
Swag Surf, bro.
But see, so the problem I have with Swag Surf is once the hook starts, I'm on Hypnotic. You got about 20 seconds left, and people fade to black.
Yeah.
With Dreams and Nightmares, everybody just
hold up, wait a minute.
They saying the no beat parts. And they waiting for the turn up. So
I'm not gonna lie. When the hook is over on Swag Surf, it's just like
it fades to black.
I'm about to go get another drink.
It starts to fade.
Dreams and Nightmares. Okay.
That's why, as a DJ, you can start that shit over 2 or 3 times. Hold on. We gonna, I need everybody, we going to the left and the right. You can really turn them up. So run them back, and then by the time the hook drop, they done did it for 2 minutes already. So
man, so have you ever? This is a personal question, but have you ever been in the position of like, man, this shit's so trash. You about to play one of your favorites just to keep you up.
Oh yeah. I mean, every DJ has. I mean, you'd be lying if you said everything you do is turned to the max. You know, like somebody done cash you out for a graduation party, but everybody in their family and the turn cousins ain't trying to show out in front of church grandma.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I done had the times where, you know, I'm in my bag and they ain't doing nothing. So I'm like, this T.I. Let's Get Away about to come on in a minute, and then we gonna ride out. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good pick.
So that's when that's when I start playing my favorites and passing the time. But for the most,
Let's Get Away. I gotta put that on my playlist.
Oh yeah,
Jazzy Faye. Yeah, keep going.
Facts.
My bad.
No,
yeah.
But for the most part, man, I try to. I have learned over the years how to. It's cool to have a rock and neo soul set at an event where it's chair vibes. You know, we ain't getting up and turning up.
Yeah, it's just smooth, chilling. Yeah.
So I try to just stay versatile in everything I do and just be ready for anything.
Okay, man. So we're gonna wrap up. But 2 last questions. One, do you feel like as much as you gave DJing, did it give it back to you?
I do, man. I've made some amazing relationships. Shouts to my guy Tony Rock. Y'all know that's
Rock
my
the
homie.
world.
That story is crazy. Just how we met.
Talk about it.
Yeah. So real quick, there was a person that was working with the clubs that I was working in, but also working at the Funny Bone, and their job was to, like you said, go get the artists, bring them around, have them do radio. And that person was playing Smoke's music in the car, and Tone's a big fan of hip hop, big fan of rap. He like, man, who is this and what is this? And she's telling him.
I was in the green room, right? Or
well, they was coming from the airport, and then that song, the person was playing a song on her. I don't want to shout them out because we don't fuck with them no more.
Was it Ballin' though?
I think it was Ballin' time frame. It was that. Yeah. It was that.
Or in that area.
Yeah. It was definitely Ballin'. But he was like, what is this? Who is this? I want to meet them, invite them to the show. So I get a call like, hey, Tone wants to come to the show. We go to the show, meet him. Happened to be a weekend. I was club heavy DJing, so everywhere after the show they was bringing them to the clubs that I was at. Had a great time, and that led to a Cleveland night, that led to a Chicago night, that led to
Puerto Rico.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. That led to where we are now, but like the relationship was genuine and true. And he changed my life, man. He took me out to LA. I got the DJ. His birthday falls during BET Award weekend. For those that don't know,
yeah, so, he throw a party every time.
So it's
I got to
do a Malibu party and
this whole podcast. We ain't shout out Cousin D.
Oh, for sure,
Cousin D. Shouts out to you.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, because we Cousin D was out there when we went to. That was my first time going to Tone's party. Yeah. It was a pool party in the valley. It was fucking crazy, nuts. Man.
That was the one where they had the ice cream truck and the massage thing downstairs. And
hold on, no, I ain't see that one.
You want that one?
Hell no.
That one, bro. The dude from Blindside, the big dude from Blindside, the movie, he was there.
Nah, see, I only went to one, and the one I went to,
bro,
it was smooth.
It was live, but I got to do a lot of stuff with Tone. I got to do some club events with Tone coming out there, but so that was the start of me like chasing the dream and living in it, and he's been a big friend. We probably been to 30 different cities.
And even though I've been around Tone not as many times, but just the times we had, I look at Tone as you, Smoke, D. Yeah, like it's just like he's always embracing.
Exactly. Like, we really have a friendship. People always.
Even when he said he'll do the podcast, like we got too faded in Puerto Rico, but he just was like, yeah, I'll do it. And that's just like 6 degrees of separation. It's like, bro, like your brother is Chris.
Exactly. And I cherish the fact that like I remember one time, I'm gonna share this, hopefully he doesn't care, but like it was the year that I think Chris was actually hosting the BET Awards. We had pulled up at the house, and it was literally Chris had just left. But Jordan and Miss Rock, the mother, like she had made food and we was eating from Miss Rock. So I'm sitting at a table with like this whole Rock family wanting to take pick, but like trying to play cool and like, you know what, just enjoy this and be in it. Yeah, because everything ain't for the grand.
No, was that the BET? No, because Tone, shouts out to you, but because you know he did something with Russell Simmons. I don't know if it was that.
That
but
was
he,
a little after. That,
okay, but yeah, he had me film that.
Yeah.
Man, bro, and I met so many people, and I upped my stock from that. Man,
definitely.
Shouts out to Tony Rock, man. Like he's
Rock
a
the
legend
world forever.
always. Oh man, so last question: what's a good quote or a piece of advice that you live off of?
Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. That's a big one for me. I definitely try to stay, prayed up and blessed. I say I'm blessed to be wanted. Just always try to make sure that I represent me as a person first and foremost. Never let nothing else get in the way of that, of who I am.
Yeah.
And if I'm happy with it, I know whatever else happens, it's going to be what it's going to be.
Damn right. My brother for life. I love you, Kev.
You already know. Not yet. We in 2023 now.
Let's go, man. It's Forever Sep. Dreamers Welcome Podcast. Y'all keep dreaming. We out this bitch.
Peace.
Dreamers Welcome Podcast.